One day your neighbor Scott is looking for a screwdriver, decides to wander over and see if you have one. He gets to your door and notices that there's a little button. Now Scott's a well-traveled man, he's seen a lot of things in his life, so Scott knows that this little button is probably a doorbell. He also knows that if he presses that button, it will alert everyone in the house that he's at the door. However, Scott is not that bright, so instead of pressing the button, whose dedicated job is to alert the people inside of his presence, he decides to lightly tap on the door a few times. Of course, you're upstairs playing Osu, so you can't hear a thing. Eventually, Scott comes to the conclusion that, since no one greeted him, you must not be home right now. But he still needs that screwdriver, so he looks around for a piece of paper or something to leave a note. However, like most people, you don't leave paper outside your house, so Scott doesn't find any. So Scott runs home, digs around the garage a little, and finds a can of spray paint. He runs back to the house, gives the can a shake, and leaves a message on your porch to let you know that he was there. Now, we are living in 2020. This is the future. We have technology. So to prevent people like Scott from painting messages on your house, we've created a wonderful piece of technology called the GuestBook. The GuestBook operates like a normal doorbell. Press a button and the bell rings. But it also uses a piezoelectric sensor to detect vibrations on your door. This means that when people like Scott show up at your house, get confused by a doorbell, and instead knock, the piezoelectric sensor detects that knocking and signals the doorbell. If you aren't home, or if you have Osu cranked up a little too loud and miss the doorbell again, the GuestBook also allows people like Scott to leave a voice message, preventing the need for any spray paint to get involved. All you have to do is press the big red button, say something, and walk away. That audio will be converted into a .wav file and stored in the computer that's running the GuestBook. Then, when you get around to it, you can play that audio recording and go give Scott his screwdriver. The GuestBook also detects if the door moves through the use of an accelerometer. Opening or closing the door will signal the doorbell and let the people inside know that someone is entering or leaving the house. Now, we understand if you're thinking that this is just too good to be true. No one has ever made a doorbell quite like this. So here's some proof that the GuestBook actually does exist.
Hello, this is Duncan Feeney.
We hope that with this piece of technology, Scots around the world will no longer go ignored when they knock on the door, instead of using the doorbell like a reasonable person.